ACM06-muxed. That's what I get when I play the video.
So welcome back to Borderlands 2.
No, this isn't Lost Planet, is it not? No.
I can't drive any further on this terrain.
Who are these people?
Up the cylinder so bad.
So yeah, this is Planet LV-426, which you may recognize from the movies, although certainly not from Prometheus, because apparently that's not related to the Aliens franchise in any way, despite being identical in every way.
Dude, everyone knows Prometheus is a Dead Space movie. Okay.
Made it back to Hadley's yet.
Of course. So we've arrived on the planet to hopefully find a cure for Bella's little tummy ache, which is really more like an alien ready to burst
So
out.
wait, you went to the planet to find some Tums?
Pretty much, yeah.
You know we have those back on Earth, right?
Yeah, like, why not just go back and get some Tums?
Guys, mission's over. We found the cure. It's back on Earth. We don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah. Although, as far as I know, their ship is destroyed, so they basically have to keep going deeper into the rabbit hole because they have nothing else left to do.
Maybe they'll get a convenience ship to escape.
Yeah, just a ship that reads DSS Machina on the side. I wouldn't mind that.
It's still falling.
It's a section of engine.
I was going to say the name of the System Shock 2 ship, but I can't remember it.
The Rickenbacker.
Yeah, that. I'm sorry, I'm just painfully unfunny.
Winner, provide a base of fire and we'll push onto the flank.
So yeah, this is kind of the beginning of the... I don't know if you would... I guess you could call it the fanfare section. Mostly because...
Fanfare or fan service?
I guess service is more... No, I'd say fanfare, because they're just rehashing everything from the films to make fans be like, hey, it's the thing from the film. Now I can walk around in it. And, yeah.
I remember that specific alien. It was right over there, except in the game it was 5 inches from where it was in the movie.
Yeah. But, no, as... It just hurts to say that there's so far I've killed about 500 of these, or maybe 400 or 500s. It actually hurts to say that. There shouldn't be 500 aliens when considering the first, I think the first 2 films had a grand total of 5, and now we're suddenly fighting an army of them.
Well, maybe they duplicate like rabbits.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
was gonna say butt like rabbits, but that term doesn't make any sense.
The thing is about the aliens though is they need like a human, well they don't need a human host, but they need a host. And there was only a certain amount of humans on Hadley's Hope to begin with.
Well, you see, now in this game, in this part of the Aliens universe, they're able to mate with each other and create more.
Ah.
And they also age really quickly.
So even more infringing on lore that's been set for the past 30 years, 40 years.
Well, you know, it's like having a suppressed weapon in Mass Effect. It makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're an idiot, I mean, but...
Yeah, you'll notice so far, I mean, we're only 3.5 minutes in and it's just been a whole lot of shooting and it's kind of...
You would think that'd be the main draw of the game, but it's not at all.
I don't think there is a draw to the game whatsoever, to be honest.
Well, I mean, assuming that it was trying to do something.
Yeah.
I really like the clumsy pathfinding of your 2 companions.
Oh, in this particular recording here, there's a few instances of them literally teleporting pretty much just off frame. Like, you can see them, because they normally have like a light on them or something, like a torch. You just see like that beam into existence and then they'll pop in next to you. So I think the game is trying to compensate because
well,
like most developers, it assumes the player is an incompetent and has to accommodate for that in every way.
a game with Gearbox's name on it is assuming the player's a complete retard? No. Anyways, to be fair, your companion's teleporting right next to you. That happens in the game I can remember the most right now is Bad Company 2, and it also happens in Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
So I can use those 2 as examples, but of all the things to take coding inspiration from, that?
Yeah,
don't know.
the trouble is with this game, it's inconsistent because sometimes they'll teleport on literally within inches of you, and then other times they will completely vanish. They'll just disappear. They may go off and do something, or they're supposed to do something, or you'll be running down a corridor, turn back, and they'll be gone. And I'm pretty sure that's in this update as well. There's like a little glimpse into all the wonderful intricacies of the AI. You get to see them teleport, disappear, reappear. And this is a pretty good. This is a pretty good video to kind of encapsulate what this game is like as a whole, I guess.
The actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're off busy being the main character.
Yeah.
You know, the protagonist.
They're
I
off
don't
doing
know.
their. I mean, that's what the DLC is. What everyone's been waiting on for. How long's this game been out for now? Since February. So
Too long.
they announced a bunch of DLCs, and 3 have come out so far, and there's 1 left, and the 1 left is the supposed single player DLC, and it's yet to come out. So, I mean, there's the optimists who say this is going to be like the redemption for the game. They're going to bring it back and have this really amazing single player DLC, and then there's the others, like probably you and I, who are saying nope, it's just going to be more of the same.
Yeah, redeeming, like that patch for Duke Nukem Forever.
I mean, I'm playing this now with a 5 GB patch that has done nothing for the game. So, I don't know what a DLC is going to do.
5 gigabytes, and what did it change?
It literally added a couple of graphics tweaks and film grain effects.
A couple.
Yeah. Like, not even anything substantial, like just a couple of tweaks to the lighting, and then a film grain effect, which I have turned off because it looks terrible.
I wish to remind everybody that Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is under 2 gigabytes. That's a full 6-hour experience,
Yes.
roughly, at $15.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is definitely
So I'm saying, don't buy this. Buy Blood Dragon.
Or buy a gun and just point it at your face.
Yeah, I mean, preferably one that doesn't make an obnoxious sound that should be on a burst fire rifle, and not a full auto one.
Yeah.
Has that driven you insane yet? The sound from the movie of the famous gun.
I know, see, I'm a fan of that. I think it's just nostalgia for me. I like the sound of the pulse rifle, but
Yeah, but when you're full auto firing it, doesn't it sound just awful?
oh, I mean, yeah, it does. Even in the film, it sounds terrible, but it's just such an iconic sound, I guess. I can forgive it in that regard, but every other gun just sounds like you're dropping tacks on the floor.
Oh.
Like the one I'm using right
So
now.
what you're doing is attacking the aliens.
We gotta get that door.
Thank you, thank you,
Bella.
thank you.
What's the tracker showing?
There's a high point of the LP right there.
sporadic.
Really?
Staying in range.
Please tell me no.
No.
Well, you know, that was perfect timing because she also made just the most terrible, hazard to call it a joke.
Jesus Christ.
They walk in and obviously the place is trashed, and then O'Neill says it looks like the maid hasn't been in, or something to that effect, and then Bella comes out with, well, we should go hunting for some rogue maids.
Guys,
Is that a joke?
picking up
Is
a
that?
lot of activity within our perimeter.
Do you find humor in that? Rogue maids? I don't even know why that's funny. Why O'Neill found this funny? Why does Neil find this woman attractive in any way? She has no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
Alright, I'm stumped. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. I don't. God. Real, I was kind of half paying attention because I just assume all the dialogue is yada yada,
Yeah.
soldier speak, yada yada.
Weapons
But-
hot! Fire!
I'm kind of glad I didn't actually hear that.
Yeah. I would say I butchered the joke, but that's honestly it. That's not even like me having a poor retelling. She literally said, we'll keep an eye out for rogue maids. I just... Like, one thing they could have got right in this game was like the camaraderie amongst the multiple crew members, but they didn't even get that right. They didn't even
Yeah, they
get
got the camaraderie right, but you forgot to write them as better comedians when they're trying to tell jokes.
Or just stop trying to make Marines tell jokes outright.
Like, do you... Are you... Here's the question I really want to ask. Do they at any point try to make you care about your companions?
Well, no. I mean, they throw in something that should be cared about, but they do no effort. They make no effort to actually have you care about that. I mean, this whole mission and the few preceding or succeeding are kind of feels missions, which don't really have any whatsoever.
Besides infinite ammo, I don't see any good qualities. I don't see why you should actually care about them.
I don't
like.
I can't walk
they're just
over
obnoxious.
this. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, why should you even try to keep them alive?
Oh, because they don't die
Like,
anyway.
just shoot them in the head and run away.
You can just leave them anyway. They're bound to disappear and not take any damage anyway, so...
Oh, they can't actually die?
No, they can get knocked down briefly and that's about it.
Nice. Wow. I mean, just shoot them in the face, activate your jump jets, and fly off the planet. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just get a jetpack. There should be one everywhere.
Because it seems the alien threat is very contained right now.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. I don't know why they don't just leave the aliens on the planet. They're nowhere else in the world, and by the end of, I think, the third movie, they practically solve it. Until the fourth movie yanks Ripley into existence after passing 200 years. So I guess there's, I don't know, there's a little wiggle room for the nonsensical plot lines, I guess. That's a revelation, I guess, is that the game isn't the worst or the most egregious attempt at trying to bring plot into the series, because the fourth film is kind of terrible in that regard.
Fourth film or this? Take your pick.
Oh, I would take the fourth film. No doubt. No doubt.
How do you feel about bottomless pits?
I would rather watch...
Because at least at some point, well, you don't even have to touch anything to watch the movie.
Yeah, I would rather take clone Ripley of 200 years later than there it is. They were behind me. The door closes and then they're beside me.
They're magicians.
There's an even worse one later on. I think it's just terrible. In fact, this is where it gets really bad. And this whole section is just confusing as hell. There's no explanation, so I'm told to keep my head down. And you can disable the turrets, but... So, just keep in mind the fact that they were behind me when I walked in there. And but the game doesn't even do anything to actually kind of... They don't put a waypoint over your friends, they don't do anything to help you in that regard, but just keep in mind they were behind me. I'll just let this...
Guys, where'd you go? What I'm getting out of this so far is, I cannot believe I'm actually going to quote this game. Battlefield 3. At a certain point, the big bad says, "You come to our country, and you murder us, but we are the terrorists?" I kind of want to imagine that if the aliens could speak English, they'd be saying that.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they don't really want to bother Earth, currently.
Yeah, just leave them and just fly away. Go back to Earth and get some...
Some Tums.
Yeah, get some Tums.
Yeah.
Everything will be copacetic.
Yeah. Guys, where'd you go?
Even I don't know where to go. I forgot where I was doing in this section, so I try and actually...
Aliens, Colonial Marines, everybody.
So, look at this. God, I hate this. I'm supposed to get behind that turret, and it's not firing at me right now, and there's maybe a waist-high barrier that I can't climb over because...
Just because. Yeah.
So I have to take the most roundabout way because the game, I guess it wants me to, but there's no reason, because I could have just climbed over the barrier.
You're being shot at while doing this.
And my
You're
team's nowhere
activating
to
a
be
data
found.
post.
My team are gone.
Yeah. I like how you did the data post thing from Lost Planet. Everything relates to Lost Planet somehow.
And by proxy then Metal Gear Solid, I guess.
Yeah. Oh god, please tell me there's no voice actors that did some Metal Gear work in this. Please.
I actually haven't looked up the voice actors. I mean, I know Michael Biehn is in this as friggin' Hicks, which is the one returning character from the actual movies.
Yeah, returning against all logic
Yeah.
and sense. Yeah. I remember that and the pulse rifle thing.
Yeah, they shoehorn in like an explanation for why Hicks is there, and it's just as ridiculous as everything else. And I guess that's the worst part of this whole game, is that they had the green light from Fox, or 20th Century Fox, to actually contribute to the lore and to actually modify it is a understatement, and to add their own plot, but they just rip everything from the films and tweak it to suit their. They just wrangle it into their own kind of first-person shooter. Yeah.
It's like contributing. Like I think Gearbox has a different sense of contributing. It's like you know how you see the same comment on YouTube videos like a lot of the time?
Yeah.
I think that's Gearbox's version of contributing, is copy-pasting things
Yeah.
and putting it elsewhere.
Okay, check this out. My team, nowhere to be found. Let's just... Now I'm behind it, because I couldn't climb over those things with those not spikes on it.
Or even jump around it.
Oh!
Hi! She was doing that the entire time.
Yeah, she had her cloak on, I guess.
Yeah. Well, this is Crisis, don't you know?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Aliens and... Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say whatever.
That was, yeah, I couldn't even, I wanted to stop at that point and just play another point, but I guess I had to keep going because they were just about to reveal this, which is of course, the ship from the second movie.
Still works, though.
The larger, and I guess, well, it's in Prometheus, but it's not in Prometheus, but that's the one, that's the one where they go and see all the eggs and stuff in the film. I mean, you've seen Prometheus, haven't you, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the ship that's the not ship they go to not see the alien eggs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
CM cult on here.
They have a Marine? Who?
Get it to Cruz and let him figure it
I'm
out. Actual, we have
starting to think
manifest.
maybe
Going to
Crisis
pipe it out on
is a
relay
better
frequency
Aliens
and head
game
into the
than
facility.
this.
Roger that,
Yeah.
Winter. Good luck with Bella. Do you
I would even
That's a dropship.
I would even say Dead Space is a better aliens game.
Ooh. Ooh. Sting. Ow. I like how they have a little voice icon at the top left and it tells you who's speaking. Like, these are other actual human beings
Yeah.
speaking to you over voice chat. That's the explanation. They're Xbox Live players.
Yeah, that's why they're so.
There you go.
They're using exploits and glitches to teleport around the map.
Yeah, there you go. I've solved the game, everybody. You can rest easy now.
The one thing the game does have is I guess they turn into gibs when you fire them, or jibs or whatever.
Whoa.
Although only like 25% of the time.
So it's a quarter of a good thing. So, Yutani soldiers out of nowhere?
Yeah. Well, Wayland, Yutani, they're
Yeah.
by this point I think they're both I guess companies are merged.
I'm just waiting for Colonel Campbell to start talking about PMCs.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're referred to through the whole thing. I mean, I know it could be private military contractor, but to me, a PMC is always like a private military company.
Wait a minute. Hold on. There were aliens and the what?
Yeah, so this is there's like some I would say well, it's kind of a spoiler to say there's infighting here, but I'll leave it at that. We'll find out.
Yeah, I could see how they were both aiming at you.
That's true in more ways than one, but I'll leave the game to get to that plot point when we get to it.
Oh, is it a plot bomb?
So to speak.
Oh my god. That was stupid. Just open the door, aliens and the Wailing Yutani guys staring at you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, notice the whole time I've used the submachine gun rather than all of the...
Yeah, that's a submachine gun, I could tell.
Yeah, and it's just because it's so just has like I think it has the highest raw damage. I mean, I would like to look at the actual literal stats from the game if they exist, but for me it just seems to have the highest damage, even though it's a submachine gun. In normal FPS conventions would dictate it has lower damage, higher fire rate or whatever. This one just has high damage, high fire rate the whole time.
I guess Gearbox took some, well, whoever actually developed it took some inspiration from World at War. They saw the MP40 and said, yeah, let's put that in our game. Yeah.
Yeah, submachine gun's pretty solid for the whole game though. You can get through the whole thing with just that.
Surprising the pulse rifle is that the gun you want to use for the entire...
Well, look at it. I mean, I'm practically aiming at him, and it doesn't. It's really hard to tell when you're actually going to hit something and when you're not.
You might as well just hip fire the entire game then, huh?
Which is what you can do precisely with the submachine gun. You can't even do it with the assault rifles.
Yeah, because the laser, it's pinpoint accurate, that laser, huh? I like how when you're reloading the SMG, it brings up the normal crosshair for a split second.
Yeah, I wish
and then it goes back to laser.
That, 'cause it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actual. Pretty sure
Wow, he almost...
Any luck with the manifest?
He almost missed that lever.
Yeah. He almost snapped it off. He pulled it that fast.
Roger that, Actual.
Yeah, that was fun
Fade to
mission.
black credits.
That was for Bella. We killed a bunch of aliens for Bella.
This isn't the end of the game. I'm not going to see the credits.
Unfortunately, no. But you're going to see me have killed 62 aliens in 22 minutes.
Oh my god. I quit. I'm done with LP. I'm done with LP.